And we want to welcome you back. I'm John Thomas. This is John Thomas Live. Normally, I am on Fox Sports. Right now, I am live with a simulcast on Paramount Plus because it is live stream time. It is time to find out the Turmoil bracket. That's right. It's time to find out who made the cut and who didn't. The top 16 wrestlers ready to compete in the biggest prize of the year. It's the Wrestler of the Year award. Downfall, I mean, you would have to assume he's returning to defend the crown. Downfall, last year's Wrestler of the Year. This award puts you on the map. Downfall in a tag team with his boy Dionysus. They're tag team champions. He wins Wrestler of the Year. 2 months later, Downfall defeats Dandy, becomes the world champion. If you can win Wrestler of the Year, it takes you to the moon. This is a moonshot tournament. That's what I like to call it. It's time to see who has made the cut, who is in Turmoil. We're going to find out the number 1 seed right now. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's find out who is number 1. I mean, you'd have to assume it's got to be the world champion, right? It's got to be the heavyweight champion. We're going to find out. You're looking at the bracket, and it is Gerard Angelo, number 1. Gerard Angelo is number 1, and I am aware that the number 16 seed, we're about to find out. It's going to go in order, but we're going to find out the number 16 seed because they have a match this week on Monday Night Clash. It should, yes, there it is. Roman Gunn and Johnny Cedrone will compete, and the winner of that will face Gerard Angelo next week on Monday Night Clash in the opening round. Now let's find out number 2. Who is number 2 in the Turmoil? The heavyweight champion, number 1, and number 2 will be coming up here in just a second. I mean, you've got so many names. You've got Park Adams. You've got Lizzie. You've got Deathball. There it is. Dandy DeVito. Wow. Dandy DeVito, the cockroach that never dies. The cockroach that can never escape the grasp of our eyeballs. We are tired of watching him. He's number 2. So Dandy will be number 2 in Turmoil. I don't even think he's ever gotten out of the second round. So we'll see if we'll have to keep our eyes on who he faces there in the first round. We're going to come down to the bottom right. There it is. Number 3, Jill Park. Wow. 2-belt briefcase, Jill Park, number 3. She's got a huge women's championship match this Monday on Halloween, and then the week after she will compete as the number 3 seed in the first round. Who has got number 4? Top names already coming off the list. You've got to believe. You've got Spencer. You've got Lizzie. You've got Downfall. Who else could it be? You've got T.O. Blade. Number 4, Downfall. He's on the board. Downfall, number 4 in Turmoil. That is your defending Wrestler of the Year right there. Former world champion, former tag team champion. He's in a Hell in a Cell match 1 week before entering Turmoil at number 4. Number 5, we're going to have to shoot across to the other side of the bracket. Number 5. Who could number 5 be? They're in the bracket right above Jill Park, and it is Spencer Adams, Captain Action Wrestling, Mr. AW himself. Spencer Adams just took home the Trios Championship as part of that King Shit stable. Spencer Adams on the board at number 5. Spencer Adams, of course, has been to the finals before. The first Wrestler of the Year. He was in the finals. Straight across to the left. There it is. It's the Cruiserweight Champion, Tail Blaze. He's on the top 6. Wow. That is huge. Tail Blaze, number 6 in Turmoil. He's on the board. So who could number 7 be? Remember, as you look, we're just a second away, but number 8 and 9 compete against each other. So we're going to find out number 8, then we will find out number 9 right after. And that's when the bracket is really going to start taking shape. And there she is, Lizzie Hope, one half of the Swallowing. Lizzie Hope on the board, number 7. And take a look at that bracket on that side. You've got Dandy, Lizzie, Spencer, Park, all on the right side of the bracket. Talk about a heavy bracket. I'm taking a look at that. I'm seeing the right side as the heavy side of this Turmoil tournament. So who could number 8 be? You've got a lot of big names. The CJ Phoenix, wow, one half of the tag team champions. He's moved up to number 8 on the year. Talk about an incredible season here in Action Wrestling for CJ Phoenix. Now this is when the bracket starts coming together, and you can feel I am so excited. Number 8 is CJ Phoenix. Who could number 9 be? You've got top wrestlers in the cruiserweight division, top wrestlers that you see every week on Clash, and oh my goodness, the big man himself, Odin Balfour, the man who speaks to his hands. He's going to use those hands in 2 weeks' time on Clash. So Phoenix and Odin Balfour opening round, and now the left side of the bracket starting to take shape. Angelo will face the winner of Roman Gunn and Johnny Cedrone in a week and a half. Phoenix and Odin will be competing against each other. And number 10, Sam Kidsgrove. He just took the heavyweight champion to its limits a few weeks ago, and now look at this. Lizzie and Kidsgrove. I told you the right side looking heavy. Kidsgrove number 10 on the year. And Lizzie and Kidsgrove competing one-on-one against each other. So number 11, back, who will face over, back to the left-hand side. Who's going to face Tail? And it's, she was part of the cruiserweight division over a year ago. Addie A, the other half of Swallowing. So Addie A, the television champion currently as we speak. So cruiserweight champion and television champion could potentially meet in 2 weeks' time. So Teo and Addie on the left side of the bracket. Who faces Spencer Adams at number 12? Oh my goodness, Affluenza's Reagan Voorhees. Take a look at that right side of the bracket. My goodness, Spencer Adams and Reagan Voorhees at number 12. Bottom left, bottom downfall's got to take on somebody. Who could it be? Big names are still available. If you ask me personally, big names still on the board, or left to be on the board. So downfall at first round. Oh, and it's the baddest bitch I've ever seen. The baddest bitch I've ever laid eyes on. Alice Gemini at number 13. Talk about a shocker. And the board is almost done. Left side complete. Allison downfall, Addie and Teo, Odin and Phoenix. Angelo will face the winner of Gunn and Cedrone. Who's number 14? We only have 2 spots left, and of course, it's Dionysus at 14. He won a match to get in, and that means, wow, number 15. If I'm remembering right, didn't we have 2 matches on last week's Clash to win to get in? So Park and Dionysus, then you know who Dandy must be facing. And if it is true, talk about one of the biggest opening rounds we have ever seen in the Turmoil tournament. There it is. Oh my God. Death Proof Corey Black number. Look at the right side of this Turmoil tournament. The bracket is ridiculous. The right side, oh my gosh, Dandy and Corey Black, 2 former world champions, 2 future Hall of Famers, and they're going to go head-to-head in the opening round. And I want you to just take a look at the right side of this bracket. You have Corey Black and Dandy DeVito in the opening round. And right underneath it, you have Hope and Kidsgrove, Adams and Voorhees, Park and Dionysus. If Park can upset Dionysus, I mean, those 2 are going to try to upset each other, but Park and Reagan, there's a potential Affluenza matchup in the second round. You could see Dandy and Lizzie in the second round. We've seen what happened when those 2 met once before in Turmoil. It was a title change. We could see massive, massive implications on the rest of their careers. Not just their season, not just their year, their careers here out of the opening round. Take a look back at the left side too. You don't think it's as heavy, but I actually do. I'm going to circle Gerard Angelo. Of course, the world champion doesn't have the championship belt right now. Bozo has it, currently speaking, but Angelo is your world champion. And then in that next round, if he was to somehow get through Roman Gunn and Johnny Cedrone, I believe he can, but if he is to get through, he has to face off against either CJ Phoenix, who is a bright up-and-coming star, or the big man, one of the most successful, one of the most decorated champions in AEW history, Odin Balfour, and that's only the second round. And of course, the 4 names right underneath that, Teo and Addie, both cruiserweight heavyweights, both former champions in their own right. And of course, Downfall and Alice would meet in that opening round. And Alice, who has had nothing but a upward trajectory, an upward trend here in her career in AEW, she has to face off against last year's defending winner, Downfall. And Downfall, by the way, who is in a Hell in a Cell match. In just, 5 days' time, he's in a Hell in a Cell match. Alice could literally pick the bones of Downfall in the opening round and get through to the second round. And what an opening round this is. So again, Angelo will face the winner of Roman Gunn and Cedrone. On the right side, you have DeVito and Corey Black. Back to the left side, Phoenix and Balfour. Back over to the right side, Hope and Kidsgrove, which has match of the night potential. It has match of the night potential. Don't keep your eyes on Hope and Kidsgrove next Monday night. Back to the left, the cruiserweights, Teo Blaze and Addie. Of course, Addie no longer a cruiserweight now. She destroyed and eviscerated that division, moved back over to Clash, and has been nothing but a great piece of championship work on Clash. Then you back over to the right side, Spencer Adams and Reagan Voorhees, both wrestlers who have been to the finals and lost. Now both looking for redemption in their own right here in Turmoil. Back over the bottom left, Downfall and Alice Gemini in an incredible opening round. And then back to the bottom right, Jill Park, 2 belt, 1 briefcase. Jill Park will be going up against Dionysus. Dionysus is looking for the upset, who's now donning this new gladiator type vibe. So we will see an incredible opening round in about 10 days. In November is when this begins. You will see back-to-back weeks of Turmoil wrestling action. The finals will be live November 28th at the end of the month at the Turmoil pay-per-view, live on Paramount Plus. I'm John Thomas. That's all the time we have for you. That's the bracket reveal here in Turmoil. We will see you guys this Monday night. You can hit me up on Twitter anytime you want, but I'll see the rest of you on Monday Night Clash.